have 3 wingback chairs that are in dire need of reupholstering. And today, on my search for the perfect fabric, we are going to visit a fascinating New York showroom of one of Italy's most renowned textile houses, Fortuny. We'll also look at some of the inventive patterns and exquisitely colored fabrics that were created by Fortuny around the turn of this century. And then we'll take you step by step through the entire reupholstery process. .979 Third Avenue from the outside is like any other office building in New York. But on the inside, especially on the 16th floor, there are extraordinary showrooms. I'm in the Fortuny showroom, Mariano Fortuny, from Venice. And I feel like I've kind of stepped into Venice when I step into this small but elegant showroom. And today I'm coming to see Mickey Riad, who is, the son of the owner of Fortuny. You know, I've always loved Fortuny. And I've read that he was a Renaissance man 300 years late.
He did everything. He was a photographer, he was a painter, he was a sculptor, he studied chemistry. He wasn't just making fabrics and dresses.
And when did he actually start making these incredible fabrics?
Well, the fabrics started in the early 1900s when he started doing his tests. His family had moved to Venice when he was very young. His father died when he was 3 years old. His father was a very famous painter that had left a lot of artwork and a lot of collections from the Middle East and from the Far East and from all over Europe in the house, and all of those ended up having a very strong influence on Mariano's work. Right. He ended up reinterpreting many of the different styles of the different areas of the world and different cultures in his own way.
This is very familiar to me.
This is very signature Fortuny right here.
Beautiful.
With the golds, the browns, just the movement of the colors throughout the fabric. There's just a very subtle sophistication that's involved.
But this is 100% cotton.
100% long staple cotton.
But stamped and printed with metallics that look so old.
The other nice thing about the golds and the silvers is that throughout time, just it being exposed to the air, the gold will oxidize and end up with a more ancient, antique look.
That's a beautiful color.
Yes.
And you can see the wide range of colors and combinations. These are extraordinary.
And some of the fabrics you can actually feel like you can reach in and grab the design. Fortuny fabrics are constantly changing. Every run is different from the last run because they use all natural dyes. Changes in the weather, changes in the humidity, all of that affects how the fabric actually...
So it's very important to see the final run of the fabric to make sure.
A piece from the piece that you're going to be purchasing.
Well, we just go on and on here with extraordinary things. I don't know if you can see the colors and the variety, but it is what attracts me to this fabric so very much.
And then we get into more of our whites and our golds.
That does
here.
look like Peru.
Yeah. Ancient Peruvian design.
I think this is it, the fabric that I want for these 3 wing chairs.
Corone.
Yes, Corone.
When I was telling you about the dye lots before, is how the pieces are constantly changing and you need to see the piece that you have. It's very important. You can see an example of that here because this and this piece are both exactly the same.
This is Corone?
The same color, same design, but you can see how they came out completely different.
Oh, they certainly did.
The slightest changes result in a very big change by the time the fabric is finished. You know, if the day is too hot or if there's too much humidity in the air, all of that takes place. So what you're actually buying is a moment of Venetian history. You're purchasing the day that this fabric was made.
And when you see what this is going to look like on my chairs, I can't wait. Do you think that'll be pretty on wing chairs? Usually a wing chair would be covered in a silk damask. I'm taking a bold step in doing it in Fortuny, but I think it would just be so appropriate.
I think it would work great.
I wanted you to show us some of your new innovations.
Okay, these are the silk velvets. The silk velvets haven't been made since Mariano Fortuny has died, so it's been about 50 years. And the way he was using his silk velvets was more like for the cloaks and for his dresses, for jackets. Yes. What we're trying to do is we're trying to take it to the next step, and through the efforts of my uncle and through all the work that he's done, I mean, he's really created some masterpieces here.
Well, I thank you so, so very much.
Thank you.